As war rages on overseas, there's a dangerous standoff in space. Russia is making new threats regarding the safety of an American astronaut aboard the International Space Station. It's in response to crippling U.S. sanctions. WAVE 31's Matt Kroschel has reaction to the threats directly from Huntsville's Homer Hickam.
Homer Hickam, a former NASA engineer and advisor to the National Space Council. His op-ed in the Washington Post this week calling on the U.S. to take Russia up on their threats to leave the ISS, even if it means the end of the station.
Again, we just need to take them up on their threat and say, sure, you want to leave? Take off. We don't need you. You need us a lot more than we need you.
The ISS in political crosshairs as Russia retaliates against American sanctions. The head of the Russia's space agency posting this video on social media, threatening to abandon American astronaut Mark Vanderhei at the station. He's supposed to return home on a Russian ship in 3 weeks.
In terms of what the cosmonauts and the astronauts do, I think that we really have to avoid the optics of Americans and Russians smiling and laughing and hugging together up in space while Ukrainian men, women, and children are being brutally murdered by the Putin regime.
Russia is also making an ominous threat that without their help to move the ISS away from space junk, the ISS would crash into America or other countries. But Hickam doesn't buy it.
We just had a boost by the Russians into a higher, safer orbit. And right now we have our Cygnus spacecraft attached to the space station that can give it another boost. So I'm not really concerned about that.
So what happens if Russia actually follows through with their threats to leave our astronaut on the ISS? Well, NASA always seems to have a backup plan for their backup plan. Hickam says that astronaut would likely catch a ride on the next SpaceX Crew Dragon. Reporting in Huntsville, Matt Kroschel, WAVE 31 News.
All right, Matt, thanks. This decision would likely have to come directly from the White House. So far, there's no indication the U.S. will respond the way Hickam believes it should.